Every powerful engine running smoothly relies on a symphony of perfectly timed movements. At the heart of this mechanical ballet is something often overlooked but critically important: the engine valve train. Today, we're diving deep into a fundamental aspect of engine maintenance that can unlock optimal performance, boost fuel efficiency, and dramatically extend the life of your engine, especially if you drive an older classic or a finely tuned performance machine. Mastering valve lash adjustment. So, what exactly is valve lash? Simply put, it's the small, precisely measured clearance, or gap between certain components in your engine's valve train. This tiny space, measured in thousandths of an inch or hundredths of a millimeter, exists between the rocker arm and the valve stem tip, or sometimes between the lifter and the camshaft lobe, depending on your engine's design. It's a critical air gap that allows for proper valve operation. To fully appreciate valve lash, let's quickly review the main players in the valve train. You have the camshaft, which rotates and has lobes that push against lifters or tappets. These lifters then actuate pushrods in some engines, which in turn move rocker arms. The rocker arms pivot, pushing down on the top of the valve stems, opening the intake and exhaust valves. Finally, valve springs bring the valves back to their closed position. Valve lash is usually found in the interface between the rocker arm and the valve stem, or sometimes between the lifter and the cam lobe directly in overhead cam engines. Now, why do we even need this clearance? The primary reason is thermal expansion. When your engine heats up to operating temperature, the metal components, the valves, rocker arms, and cylinder head, all expand. If there were zero clearance when cold, these expanding components would essentially eliminate any gap, causing the valves to be held slightly open even when they should be fully closed. The consequences of valve lash being too tight are severe. If the valve clearance is insufficient, or even negative, the valves won't fully seat. This leads to a loss of compression, which directly translates to a significant drop in engine power and fuel efficiency. More critically, exhaust gases will constantly leak past the partially open valve, superheating the valve face and seat, leading to burned valves, an expensive repair. Your engine might also idle roughly or even misfire. Conversely, if the valve lash is too loose, you'll encounter a different set of problems. Excessive clearance means the rocker arm has to travel further before it actually begins to open the valve. This delay reduces valve lift and duration, negatively impacting engine breathing and thus power output. The most common symptom is a distinct, rhythmic ticking or tapping noise coming from your engine, often described as a sewing machine sound. This excessive play also causes increased impact wear on valve train components like the rocker arms, valve stems, and camshaft lobes, potentially leading to premature failure. This is why precision is absolutely paramount when it comes to valve lash. The correct valve clearance ensures that the valves open and close at precisely the right time, for the right duration, and with the correct lift. This synchronization is crucial for maintaining optimal cylinder pressure, efficient combustion, and the smooth flow of gases in and out of the cylinders. The result? Peak engine performance, improved fuel economy, and significantly extended longevity of your engine's internal components. While many modern engines with hydraulic lifters are designed to automatically maintain zero valve lash, preventing the need for manual adjustment, a vast number of engines still require this critical maintenance. We're talking about classic cars, many performance engines, motorcycles, and older vehicles with mechanical or solid lifters. If your engine manual specifies a valve lash setting, then regular adjustment is a non-negotiable part of its upkeep. Don't skip it! Before you begin, gather your tools. You'll need a set of feeler gauges, typically a metric and imperial set. Make sure they are clean and in good condition. You'll also need combination wrenches or sockets for loosening and tightening the rocker arm lock nuts, a flathead screwdriver or an Allen key for adjusting the screw, and possibly a torque wrench for final tightening. A clean shop towel and a magnet might also be helpful. Safety first, always. Ensure the engine is completely cold. This means letting it sit overnight, or for several hours to ensure all thermal expansion has reversed. Working on a hot engine will give you inaccurate readings. Disconnect the battery to prevent accidental starting. Wear appropriate eye protection, and ensure you're working in a well-lit area with stable footing. The most challenging part for many is correctly positioning the engine for each valve adjustment. You need to find top dead center of the compression stroke for specific cylinders. A common method is to rotate the crankshaft manually and observe the valve train. You'll want the valve you're adjusting to be on the base circle of its cam lobe, meaning the cam lobe isn't pushing it open. Many manuals provide specific firing order sequences and which valves to adjust when a particular cylinder is at TDC compression. With the engine correctly positioned, the actual adjustment process begins. Select the correct feeler gauge thickness specified in your service manual. Loosen the lock nut on the rocker arm adjuster. Insert the feeler gauge between the rocker arm and the valve stem tip. Turn the adjuster screw in or out until there's a slight drag on the feeler gauge. It should slide in and out with light resistance, not too loose, not too tight. While the screw-in lock nut method is the most common for manual valve lash adjustment, it's worth noting other designs exist. Some engines use shims, small, precisely machined discs that sit under the lifter or valve bucket, requiring specialized tools for removal and replacement. However, for the purpose of this guide, we're focusing on the more widely encountered screw-in lock nut system. Always consult your engine's specific service manual. Once the feeler gauge gives you that perfect drag, hold the adjuster screw firmly in place with your screwdriver or Allen key, and tighten the lock nut to the manufacturer's specified torque. This step is crucial. If you let the screw move while tightening the lock nut, your adjustment will be incorrect. After tightening, immediately reinsert the feeler gauge to confirm the clearance is still correct. If it's off, repeat the process. Then, rotate the engine to the next specified position and adjust the next set of valves, systematically working your way through all cylinders. Performing proper valve lash adjustment yields immediate and long-term benefits. You'll likely notice a smoother idle, particularly in older engines where clearances may have drifted. Engine power will be restored to its optimal levels, and you may even experience an improvement in fuel economy due to more efficient combustion and better engine breathing. The most significant benefit, however, is the prevention of premature wear, ensuring your engine runs reliably and lasts for many more miles. In conclusion, valve lash adjustment is not just another maintenance task, it's a fundamental tune-up procedure that directly impacts the health and performance of your engine. Understanding why this small gap is so vital, and knowing how to correctly set it, empowers you to keep your engine running at its best. If your engine requires manual valve lash adjustment, make it a regular part of your maintenance schedule. Your engine will thank you with a longer, more powerful, and more efficient life.